So how are we introing this bitch?
Did you just call her a bitch?
No, the video is a bitch.
That's exactly how we're introing it. Okay, so Lashana Lynch, a black woman, is taking over as 007. It's about damn time. Well, you know, that's a really misleading title
Yeah.
of the article. I'm just saying.
I mean, like, it's...
Because why does it matter that she's a black... They should have just been
yeah.
the first female 007 and leave it
That's kind of what I was
that she
thinking when I
black.
was reading that. Like, why does it matter that why does it matter she's a black woman?
Well,
like,
they've all been white guys.
Right, so just her being a woman
a black person and a female, she's...
I get it. Is this like them trying to soften the blow because they didn't cast Idris Elba because everybody wanted that?
Or Daniel Craig.
Wow.
I wasn't sick of Daniel Craig, I just didn't care for
I think
Skyfall.
he was done with it, wasn't he?
I love
That
how
wouldn't
everybody's
surprise me.
accepting this, but what does that say about Disney culture that they're more pissed about the Little Mermaid than they are about a fucking black female James Bond? Like, the Disney culture nerds are so much more fucking terrified of that than like these hardcore, like,
I know.
Been watching these films with my grandfather, great-grandfather, we're cool with this.
What on earth about mermaid
Little
lore?
Mermaid.
Yeah, what on earth about mermaid lore makes it implausible that she would have been...
I think I am definitely
mermaid.
I am definitely not on the ship of I give a single fuck what Ariel looks like or what she's cast as.
Right.
Like,
It's all about who can do the character.
I could care less, right? But I think it comes from the idea of, like, it's easier to accept it with a James Bond character because it has been transitioned not thousands, but, you know, a half dozen times in the past.
The way that Doctor Who...
Like a Doctor Who sort of thing. It's easier for that than it is for something that Ariel / a Little Mermaid has been the same iconic design for 30 years
My
now.
only thought is it's always been
I'm not saying I
007.
agree with it, but if I was trying to, like, look at it from their shoes, I guess I could kind of see that, because I've been, like, told it's like, well, like, I relate it to her because I look like her and blah, blah, blah. My argument against that is, though, you have a lot more, at least from that generation, there are a lot more white heroine characters that you can relate to than there are black ones, and I think that's part of the issue. And that's why I don't think the reverse, like, if you... Like, it's not the same as casting Tiana as a white person. Like, it is definitely not the same, right?
Right.
Am I wrong?
Right. No, you're right.
We'll get the math on it later.
No, because it's like because Tiana is traditionally an African American character.
Right. Yeah.
So to take that.
Sorry, I kind of came out of left field. on that
So
one.
to take that like hero or symbolism away from that culture and whitewash it essentially is what would be doing.
Well, and her race.
Like with Ariel, I just don't feel like it fucking matters at all.
Ariel's design has nothing to do with the story.
Well, and
like, it's just the design they chose to go with. It's not like I probably would. I'd feel personally. I'd feel a little. I don't know if I'd feel bad about anything because I don't think it fucking matters. But personally, I would think it. I would understand it a little bit more if, like, Merida was suddenly, like, from Chicago or something, because, like, I feel like the Scottish lore is, like, a big part of her character and her story. So, like, you got to kind of keep that, right? I guess she could be a black Scottish person. I'm sure there are a couple, but I don't know. Like, I don't like with the mermaid. I'm kind of like, aren't they supposed to be, like, in my mind, like, they're supposed to be, like, green and, like, seaweed covered and shit like that anyway? But I don't know. Like, it's a mythological creature. It's like complaining that a fucking unicorn is colored wrong. I don't get it.
Right. It's like, oh, their interpretation was wrong.
Anyway,
get over it.
Okay, so that has nothing to do with the Black James Bond.
No, it has everything to do with, because there's a difference between. We're discussing how they're.
I just felt like we're going off on one of our infamous tangents.
And for me, it's like the an African American female James Bond, or I guess this.
I just want the movie not to suck.
Is it wrong?
Can we just have that?
I don't want something as cheesy as a Jane Bond. I hope they give us something original, like a 007 something.
Right, I wanted to still just be like James Bond. Like, let's not focus on the fact that it's a woman. And I don't just mean as far as, like, the article. I mean in the movie too. Like,
specifically make James Bond the code name no matter what their race or gender is. That would be really cool.
And let's not just be like, well, this is like female James Bond. You know,
Exactly.
Like,
that's my thought. It's just
I don't think that should be taking over the Jesus.
It's like how can we do everything we did before, but with a female?
You don't think that should be
Like,
taking over
I want it
Jesus?
to be
I don't think
something
that should be taking over Jesus either.